Welcome everyone. I'm Nausicaa and this is The Cool Heart. I'm obsessed with art, so I can't wait to share with you those incredible contemporary artists, from pop art to street art to photographers. But we'll also talk about fashion, business, women empowering, and most of all, we will have conversation with cool people with a big, big heart. Hey Dame, thank you so much for joining me today. How's everything with the new baby?
Everything's great. Having a ball. Baby heaven.
Yeah. How are the nights?
Well, we had a night nurse at first, and then we got too hyped. We're like, we were so excited about the baby. We were like, after a couple of nights, we didn't need her. And then 3 weeks later, we just crashed. It was like that 12 to 2, and then 2 to 4, 3. Then, that little section of time. So we had to get help again. So we got some relief, and we're getting our sleep. The thing I was concerned is, when Rocky gets really tired, she might start to get sick. And in these times, like she had the sniffles, we had to give her a COVID test quick, but she was all right. You know what I mean? But can't even get sick anymore. You can't even have the sniffles without worrying. You know what I mean? So it's like, everybody get rest, or else you can't come in here. Not even a little symptom.
And I've seen that you created a new brand line for babies with Baby Dusko.
Yeah, the Baby Dusko line. We his onesies. We made his onesies, and we made socks, blankets. Basically he needed a job, so we made sure that he was he has his own company. So he's starting now. I'm investing in him and his future. And, business will also be like a language to him, along with a lot of other things. So, for example, I prefer you only speak French to him. The people in the house are Spanish. He's Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. So he got to know Spanish. I don't want him not to know Spanish, and I want him to embrace his culture. I want him to be able to speak English, Spanish, and French. I want him to speak all kinds of languages, but one of the languages he will speak fluently is business.
Oh, I love it. He definitely is going to speak French with us and the kids, We're so excited to see him and we're so happy. He's such a cute, tiny baby. Oh my God, he's so perfect.
Yeah, he's like a little Spanish me with blue eyes.
Oh my God, he's so cute. So, so cute. So have been everything. So which shirt are you wearing? Because I know you have so many lines and I really want you to show the public, like there's Poppington, there's CEO.
Well, overall it's Poppington, and underneath that there's graphics. So there's a CEO, there's Poppington. The one I'm really excited about is we're launching my daughter's line, Ava. And, it's a contemporary line. It's really dope, designer contemporary. And, it's like, I remember doing this with her mom, you know what I mean? And this was my dream for my daughter to turn 21 and for me to be able to build a company with her as well. And, we did a lot of other creative things. I made a movie with her, but also she's her third year in college. She's supermodel. She just did what she did, like she's modeling for Skims, and she did a bunch.
I've seen the photo. She looks so gorgeous on the Skims.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna win. She's like a better version of me as a woman. I think me without all the pain and the fighting. I did a lot of that so she could just have fun. So when I'm watching my children enjoying their lives, and for me it's like when I was younger. It was like always preparing your child to be tough, to be out in the world and to survive in that world. And I'm like, I don't want my kids to survive in that world. I don't want them in that world at all. I want them in the world that I fought for them to be in, and to remain there and to expand that world. So that's why I'm not like, I'm not going to train you to struggle. I'm going to train you to expand the business and for us to live and understand what real wealth is. Like we still sit at the table and eat every night. The best part about the baby is how much it's brought my family together. Ava was here every day. Tallulah's excited to be here every day.
And she sleep over again, and she's excited.
And, she's at that age where I don't make her do anything. If she doesn't feel like seeing me that day at this age, it's on you, really. You know what I mean? Like, I did my job. But she wants to see her dad, and she calls me, and it makes me really happy to see her and how happy she is to be a big sister and how she's embracing the role of a big sister, because Ava was a elite big sister for Tallulah. I mean, couldn't ask for any better of a big sister. And Tallulah was trained well how to love. And again, what real wealth is. Tallulah's the type that doesn't like when people are in the house. She'd rather just be family, and she doesn't care about all the famous and all of that stuff. She says no to her modeling stuff. Like, she doesn't even do it. She'd rather go to school. And for a child, and for someone that hasn't been infected with the perspective and the false perceptions and perspectives of the world, a child just wants to have time with the person they love and the people they love the most, uninterrupted. So I've learned to do that and enjoy that. Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I take for when we don't have the night nurse, I take the 9 to 2 o'clock shift, and I enjoy it. It's a real good time I have with my son. You know what I mean? It's like, I think about the times I missed with my other children like that. And I think about people that miss those times with their children. And it's just like, it's like saying you have a lotto ticket that you don't want to cash. The wealth that comes with pure love and without having to unconditional love, just of something you made and just nurturing. That's really what we're here for. And I think sometimes people lose sight of that.
Yeah, and I see you as a father when I went to see you guys with Rocky to see the baby for the very first time. And it was so beautiful to be around you, Heather, daddy again. Like, you're a dad, of course, but with that tiny little amazing human being in your arms, you never know what you're doing. You just got the baby. You're so comfortable. Do you feel a difference between all the children that you had in the past? Because now you're way more mature, and I think you're more in a quiet place. You have your little bubble, and I feel like, as you said earlier, back in the day, you had to fight. You were more feisty and stuff.
Well, the difference was I wasn't really with the mothers that I had the children with. So when you should truly be in a relationship with someone when you have a child with them, because that's your partner, that's your homie, that's the person that you kick it with 24 hours of the day, or that's what you should want. And when y'all both equally love and no one's feeling pain and no one's feeling like they're being ignored or no one's feeling like they're being cheated on, when you can just focus on the baby and raising the baby, without arguing, without any drama, it's a beautiful thing. It's something that, I've done a lot in my life, but this is the first time I've ever really had a experience like this. And had I missed this experience, nothing that I've ever gone through would be as great as this. It'd be like I was doing everything for nothing. It was like I fought my whole life for this moment.
Wow, it's strong, damn, to hear you say that, because you have amazing kids. But that's true.
Well, think about it. Look how long it took. Like, literally, Rocky was pregnant for 2 years. We lost the baby, and it was something that I had never been through anything like that. I sneeze on a woman and she gets pregnant, so it was different to have to really fight and be worried. You basically. Having a healthy child, you'd be like, oh, that's normal. And that's all that matters, is that your child is healthy. That's all that mattered to me, is that the baby was born. Every day that she was pregnant, I counted every second, every hour, and it wasn't a bad second or hour. It was just the anticipation of dealing with that day and making sure it went perfectly, and perfect, for some people take that perfect for granted. You know what I mean? I was just able to, I get to appreciate it because I know what it is to lose a baby, and be really sad about it. It sucks.
I was amazed with the strength and the power of love that you had, because being close friends from you guys and see you with the kids and going through that experience with you, even though, of course, we're not as, I didn't lost a baby, but I was, I had a lot of empathy. And I remember the day. Yeah. I remember the day the whole thing happened. You had maybe one day kind of course, totally shooken off, but then that strength and the power that you had inside to just switch the whole things, even for Rocky and the entourage were like, okay, good, it's okay. In a month, we're doing it again. And the whole thing was so positive. I did not see you a minute being like, I give up, or it's hard, or having pity on yourself. That ability and that strength that you have to just like jump on the next move was such an amazing like lessons of life for me.
Well, I talk a lot about how you're supposed to deal with life. Even before this happened, I made all these different records. Why cry? We all gonna die. We don't live. And for me, I'm having too much fun to be in a dark room. And when I look at the things that happen to me, I see that it's common. It happens to a lot of people, and I'm lucky enough to have the wherewithal to deal with it a certain way. So I appreciate that aspect of it. But at the end of the day, I'm not staying in a dark room. I'm going to fight to get out that dark room. I'm not sitting in the dark room ever. I'm human, and I'm going to feel pain, but I'm not going to just stay in pain and wonder why me and all that. The thing is, get out of pain, learn from the pain so that it could be applied to your future. In the future, having a dream is what pulls me through. See, I look at life like there's war and there's battles. You could lose a battle as long as you win the war. You learn from a battle. You could lose 10 battles straight, but if you win the war, it all means it was a W. So the war was, we're going to have a baby. And we lost a couple of battles, but we learned from those battles. But at the end of the day, wasn't nothing going to stop me or Rocky from winning that war. And seeing her in pain hurts. So I was going to do anything I could do to make sure she's out of pain. Or, at least while she's in pain, she's having the best kind of pain you can have, or at least, something that keeps you fighting, So again, like you said, it was like, all right, we're going to take a month to heal up, go to Hawaii. She picked up a nice joint car, came back. And there was even second, and justifiably, apprehension about should we do this again so soon? And I'm like, hell yeah, let's get this done,
Yeah.
And we did it the week before Corona had started. So had we waited another week or another day, we'd have been sitting around in a dark place the whole Corona as opposed to in a bright place. We were able to look at the when they made us stay in the quarantine, just like, yo, this is what we need. We get to relax. We get to stay in the bubble. People can't come over. We got to walk the dog every day, work out, cook. It was a very calm, pleasant experience. And, now that the baby's here and Corona, we did everything during Corona. Honestly, this is the best time to just stay in. So this is, for us, the timing is really good. And, knock on wood. And, I just wish that everybody else that has to be outside every day would take this shit really serious and make sure if they're going to do it, do the right precautions and, all of that. But yeah, everything, I don't know. It's like in the middle of other people's nightmare, our dreams came true, and that's crazy how it's about point of view and perspective. Two people could be in the same exact place at the same exact time, but one person could be having a ball and and another person the same exact place, nightmare, having a terrible time. It's just about the way you see things.
Totally. And are you gonna film again too? I know you have like so many projects with like movies in the same times. And
it's about to get disgusting. So what I've been doing, I haven't been sitting still. During COVID, I was able to shoot 3-4 movies, and develop all these clothing lines without any instances of anybody catching COVID. That's why I stopped, because I was on a run and it was time to edit. So, we got this magazine coming out. We got a documentary. We got a comedy coming out. We have this new clothing line coming out. I took down the streaming service to redo it, and it's going to launch with more functions where you can buy things from it, as well as, just watching, just getting the content. And then the 24-hour network is going to launch in LA, Atlanta, and Charleston. And, and then I start another movie in January, a zombie movie, which I should have been started. But again, I wanted to edit this shit, get it all right, get it out, and then move on, And it's a perfect time. Perfect time right now. Perfect time. Very prepared. And then, I got the spot in Wyoming. So, we'll be shooting a lot in Wyoming. It's just cold right now. But
Wyoming is amazing. Like the photo that you guys did for the magazines and The fashions were amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to launching it and being in the magazine business. You know, Rocky's the editor-in-chief. And, you know, we tend to do things because we're passionate, we're artists. And we love to capture our moments and, you know, put them into place and put a narrative on them. But sometimes we're not so big on selling stuff. We just like it as an art, you know. But now it's time to distribute this stuff. The world needs it, make some money off of it, and do it in a way that's cost effective. You know, that facilitates where we are. So there's a physical way you can get the magazine. There's a digital. There's a film that comes with the magazine. There's all type of shit coming. I haven't even talked about this shit. So, you know, this is, you know, again, my approach these days is my actions are going to speak louder than my words. You know, I'm a guy that does a lot of talking, but I also have to back that shit up. So when I am talking, you know, that means I'm doing something to showcase what I'm speaking about, you know, and evolution, being better. I made a conscious decision publicly to come out of COVID stronger than when it started, you know, to be a general, not a soldier, to, you know, create new things as opposed to waiting to be told what to do. So, you know, again, I made a conscious decision to come back stronger and, you know, to be productive and to create new ways. So, like, if you're going to start a new business right now, if this business can't survive in the pandemic, then don't start that business, because that means you're going to be completely exposed. You know what I mean? And when I see people going out of business, that means a lot of new businesses should start sprouting up. You understand? The death of one industry is usually the birth of another. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why people can't panic when things have to be done different. You just have to look for an easier way to do something and probably make more money. So a lot of people that I've seen that have focused during this pandemic have made a lot more money than they've ever made. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they were prepared for the future, you know. And the pandemic seemed to have brought the future very quickly to us, as far as what you could do from your house.
Yeah.
You know, and how to monetize certain things. You know, a lot of what I've been telling people to do years ago, they're starting to do now. It's funny to me.
No, I think you're right. Like, I remember when I met you, you were all about your bubble and doing everything from home. You were such an avant-gardist, because look what we are in right now. Everybody's just like struggling in 2020, 2021. I think hopefully it's going to get better, but it's not going to, I mean.
It's 3 months away, right? So the vaccine is here, right? It'll take about 3 or 4 months. And all everyone should be doing right now, stay out the way, and plan for the next 3 or 4 months. It doesn't have to happen immediately. And no one's going to really stress you so hard for your bills. So, you know, as long as you can eat, don't worry about paying shit late. Don't worry about your credit. Just focus on being prepared for what happens when this thing opens back up. Because you got to think, people are going to be doing revenge shopping like a motherfucker, revenge partying like a motherfucker. As soon as a motherfucker gets that vaccine, they're going to be right back outside bugging, because people are outside without the vaccine. So imagine what it's going to look like when people have the vaccine. How are you going to get money when people have the vaccine? And if it doesn't work, make sure you're able to get money if you got to go back in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plan B, you're right.
Plan B, C, D, and E. Like, I didn't make one movie. I shot 3 or 4. And we're also editing the documentary about our whole process, which I think will get that Oscar, you know, or that Emmy or whatever. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to the next 3 months, you know, almost like to where it's like if there was another month, I'd be like, I'll take that month just so I can prepare more. I'm just preparing right now, you know. The narrative when this thing opens back up will be way different than when it closed.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Wow, that's a very good, inspiring, motivational speech. You know, I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people, and myself included. You know, like, the business has been very, very different. But yeah, we're working on a few things. So always.
And stay in shape while you're in the house. Like, you know, you got to work out. You don't want to come back out and be like COVID weight. I see a lot of people I haven't seen in a couple of. You look great, though. I'm not talking about you at all. Mwah.
Thank you.
But there's a lot of people that I'll be like, yo, what happened? Like COVID, I got to knock 15 off. You're supposed to have been working out the whole time. You should come out in better shape. It's the best time to be healthy, because that's the best way to fight infections. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good time to eat healthy, to work out, have a healthy mind. You know, a lot of people are in a dark place. Depression is killing more people than COVID, you know? So you have to make sure the house that you have is nice enough for you to stay in it. You know, you shouldn't have a house where you want to be outside all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to make sure your mental health is right. You know what I mean? Make sure that, you know, if you got some triggers, you isolate them joints, but you got to figure out what they are.
Yeah.
I think, you know, unrecognized trauma, people thinking being sad is normal. That shit ain't normal. You know? I take it.
Do we hear Baby Dusko coming around or what?
I heard him. You know, once he got up, I'm like, bring him over here.
Hey, my nephew. Where's my baby?
He come.
Oh, my God.
I'm doing a stinky. I hear that stinky. Thank you.
Oh, my baby. He's so perfect. Look at him. So beautiful. That's daddy. My God, he changed so much in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's like 10 pounds now.
Wow.
9 pounds, 6, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. Show us the little socks. He has like the Pumpington socks. Give me. Oh my God. He is the cutest. So, you know what? I've been doing shopping with the kids recently, and I've seen those so cute. And I thought of you guys, but I don't know if you plan to go to Wyoming because they grew up so much. I've seen that winter, you know, you put the legs and the arms. That was exactly, we remember what we wanted to design, all those flashy, you know, winter jacket. That was like that.
Yeah, don't worry.
And I wanted to get him one, but I was not sure that you guys going to Wyoming anytime soon.
We were gonna go, but it's
maybe not now.
It's too cold.
Yeah, it's too cold. It's way too cold right now. Oh my God, it's so cute. We can wait. Next week, hopefully we come and we come by.
Yeah, come check the baby.
Oh yeah. No, I'll definitely like help you guys out. And Azalea will be so happy. We'll help you out. No more nanny needed. We got this.
You come on through. We need the night nurse. We need a night.
We're coming. Believe me, you're gonna have the whole family. So thank you so much, Dame. Thank you for your time. I know you have a crazy schedule. Oh, I'm so happy to see baby Dusko. You know, I miss him so much.
He's changing every day.
Yeah, I bet he is. It is just so beautiful to see you like a daddy of a tiny little human being like that, you know? That sweet side of you, you know? You're such a strong, amazing fighter, and you know, you have so much. You inspire us so much that to see you in that just family mode is priceless.
That's what the fight is for.
Yeah, you're right.
Ain't nothing else to fight for if it ain't for your family.
Yeah, you're right.
You never should be treating your family like you fight your enemies. Like, if you know, you don't treat the people you love like the people you're protecting them against. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do that the same way.
Look, he knows his daddy, huh?
Oh yeah.
So peaceful.
Mm-hmm. You see, before he was grunting, he was like, like, bring him over here, go right back to bed. But really, all you be worried about is gas. He'd be like, if you gotta go to the bathroom, that's and milk.
Yeah.
You know, that's all the baby worried about right now.
Oh my God. So cute. So thank you so much, Damon. Lots of love to the whole family. Hi to Rocky, the queen. And we stop by next week.
Come on by. We miss you.
We miss you more. Believe me, we miss you more. We've been very just self-conscious and careful because we met some people from Europe, and there's no way that we take any risk, even though we're feeling totally fine, you know, but just in case for the baby, I think it's wiser to, and I think everybody should be like that, you know. It's about
being considerate.
Exactly.
I appreciate that.
No, welcome. It's family. It's normal, you know. We love you. So thank you so much, Damon. A lot of many kisses to my nephew, and we come next week.
Treasure Lee.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Mi amor.